Let me know in a comment below if you learn anything, and please do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel so you can get all my classes. I post a class almost every day. If you subscribe to my channel, you will have a chance to get all the notification. Hey, you know what it is. Good morning. Good morning. Happy to be with you today, and we are going to learn together about pronouns. Last week we talked about subject pronouns, and possessive pronouns, and today we are going to talk about like interrogative pronouns, demonstrative pronouns, and reflexive pronouns. The subject pronouns, they are I, you, she, he, it, one, our, we, you, and they. Okay. The possessive pronouns, they are my, yours, his, hers, its, ours, yours, and theirs. But today we are going to learn about reflexive pronouns: myself, yourself, itself, oneself, herself, himself, ourself, yourselves, themselves. And we're going to talk about interrogative pronouns, which are who, whom, what, which, whose, and we're learning about demonstrative pronouns, which is these, that, and those. We are going to embrace all of it together, and we are going to learn together. I'm going to show you how to use them all. Okay, let's go. Our first thing is like pronouns. We are going to learn right now about reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns, which I just said, reflexive pronouns, they are myself, yourself, itself, herself, himself, oneself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. You use that. It's often when the subjects refer to an action that the subject has caused. Okay, the subject refers to an action that the subject has caused. Let's say Martha broke the bike and fixed it herself. Martha broke the bike and fixed it herself. You can always use the reflexive pronouns if you want to make your sentence stronger, or if you want to put emphasis on a sentence. Let's say he told me himself. Say he told me to leave, but he told me himself. Let me write that for you on the board. I said the reflexive pronouns is when the subject refers to an action that the subject has caused, himself or herself. Martha broke the bike and fixed it herself. Now you use that as well to put emphasis on the sentence. When you want to print to something, when you want to make a print, when you want to show that something is real, when you want to make your sentence stronger, you want to put emphasis on a sentence, you can use the reflexive pronouns. He told me himself to leave. I could just say, okay, I could just say he told me to leave, but I said he told me himself. I just want to show you, I just want to tell you that he was the one who told me to leave. Okay, he told me himself to leave. Demonstrative pronouns, they are words you use to demonstrate something. They are words you use to show something to someone or to talk about a specific thing. Okay, as it says, as the word says, demonstrate, demonstrative, it's just like to show something, to demonstrate something, to print out something. Okay, they are this, that, these, and those. I'm gonna put an example on the board for you. This is my car. This is my car. This car, not that car, not the car over there, not the one in the parking lot, but this one, the one I'm talking about. This is my car, okay? This is my car. This is my car. And okay, and I will show you that's this is the destination. Destination is here. You have something here, and you have something here. Okay, here you use those. Okay, you use those because they are farther from the destination. And for this one, you use these because they are use these, pardon, let me show you these because they are closer to the destination. Okay, I will explain myself. You use these and these and these when something is or are closer. When something is closer, when the object you're talking about, or when the people you're talking about, or when the thing you're talking about are close to the destination, are close to the subject, okay, or are close to the speaker. For example, I have like marker, I have a stick, I have a brush. I can say these things. But if I'm talking about the house over there and the car over there and there's a boat, the boat over there, I can say those things because they kind of far away from me. Okay, when they are close to the speaker, you use this or these, but when they are far away, you use that or those. As you can see, this is the destination. You use these for this one because they are closer, and you use for the black thing, you use that pardon, this is that, not that. This is that, and those because they are far away. This is my car, or those are my properties. All right, those are my properties. They are far away. Okay, that's the demonstrative pronouns. Get something that close or something that far, you use this brush, this eraser, this brush, this eraser. But if I'm talking about that mirror over there, I can say that mirror because it's a little bit far from me. Get that? Interrogative. In interrogative, you say interrogate. Interrogate means ask question. For those who speak in French, when you interrogate someone, you ask question. For those who speak Creole, when you interrogate someone, you ask question. So I have a set of questions for you, and I want to spend 10 minutes with you so I can ask you this question. I can ask you about this question and see how you're gonna answer them. When you are taking a test, you have like, there are some questionnaires and they want you to answer those questions, and you have to answer the question. But when you are if a judge is interrogating you, so the judge is asking you some questions, and to those questions you're gonna answer. Okay, you're gonna answer those questions. All right. Interrogative pronouns. As I just said, interrogative pronouns allowed you to build question, allows you to ask question. Let's see. It's Who is dancing with Sam? Do not forget the interrogation, the question mark. Okay. Who is dancing with Sam? So interrogative pronouns, they allowed you to ask question. Who is dancing with Sam? Alright. Whose are these shoes? Whose are the shoes? Whose are the shoes? It asks, the question is, to whom these shoes are belonging to. Okay? To whom these shoes are belonging to, or to whom these shoes belong to. Okay, they belong to me, they belong to you, they belong to Jacob, they belong to whoever. Okay, whose are the shoes? Whose are the shoes? Okay, whose are the shoes? It means, who do they belong to? Okay, but I'm going to show you the interrogative pronouns. The interrogative pronouns, they are who, whom, whose, who, whom. I hope you can see them, pronounce them for you. It's who, whom, whose, which, what, and what's the last one? And yeah, okay. Who, whom, whose, which, what. Okay, that's the interrogative pronouns. I'm going to show you how to use each of those, or each of these, since they are close. I'm going to show you how to use each of these in a sentence, and when is the appropriate moment, when is the appropriate time to use them. Got that? Let's go. So I just told you I was going to show you how to use each of the interrogative pronouns. Now we're working with who. Who is used mainly to ask question about people. Okay, to ask question about people, not thing. It is just like, I'm not talking about a tree, I'm not talking about a house, I'm not talking about a plant, but I'm talking about people. I'm talking about individuals. Okay, I'm talking about human being. Sometimes they put animals too. All right, sometimes they put animals too, but we're talking about who. Okay, generally to ask questions about people. Who did it? Who did that? So someone just broke the mirror. Someone just broke the mirror, but I didn't see who did that. I can ask, who did that? I can say Joe did it. Who is going? So let's say we're going on a trip, we're going on a field trip, and I know there are like 20 people going, but I don't know who are they. So I'm asking, who is going? Is Peter going? Is John going? Is Maria going? Is Joanne going? Is Sam going? Are you going? All right. So who is going to talk about people? Now, I see someone standing in that corner, and she looks beautiful, but I don't know. I don't know who that is. I do not know who that is, but I say, who is that girl over there? Who is that girl? She is in that corner, okay? She's standing in that corner way over there. You see it over there. I don't know if you see, but I see her. Okay? Over there, okay? I say, who is that girl over there? To refer to people. That's when you use who. Okay? We use what generally or mainly to ask question about things, about object, about things. Let's say, what did you have for lunch? What did you have for breakfast? What did you have for breakfast? I know you ate something. I know you had something, but I didn't know what you have. I ask you, what did you have for breakfast? Oh, I had salad. I had egg. I had hash brown, I haven't eaten hash brown in a long time. Oh man, it's delicious. I haven't eaten that in a long time. But anyway, um, what did you have for breakfast? Okay, so to refer to it, things, an object, something, not people, but things. Okay, what do you see over there? Okay, you can look. If you look in that corner where I'm looking, I see something standing, but I don't know what is it. I said, what do you see over there? Refer to something. Okay, what is going on? All right, we can say what is going on. There are two people fighting. What are they doing? They are fighting. Refer to something. Okay, not people, but what are they doing? They are fighting. What's going on? Or you can just say that to say hi to people. Say, hey, what's going on, man? What's going on? All right, refer to something. When you say what's going on, and the receiver or the people you ask or the person you ask is going to answer, going to respond or going to answer you this way. Not much, nothing. He or she gonna tell you a story about something's going on, in her life, in his life, like, hanging out here, having a drink, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on has many meanings. Many meanings can just mean how are you? Can just mean what's going on. So there is a fight. What's going on? Or you seem to be in trouble. They can ask you what's going on. Okay. So it has many meanings. So as I said, who prefer mainly to ask question about people and what to ask question about things. Don't forget that. Okay. Which which refer to, I would say, identification. When you want to identify something, okay, you want to identify something and you use the interrogative pronouns which to do that. For example, I have two markers here, two markers. I have a blue one and a green one, the green and the blue. So okay, which one do you prefer? Which do you prefer? Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the green one or do you prefer the blue one? I prefer the green one. Okay. Which do you prefer? I have two markers. So I just identify the one I want. Okay. Okay. Which it's used for identification. Identification. Which ones do you prefer? Let's say I have like two pens. Two pens. I have to tell you pens is plural, okay? Pens is plural. Okay. Versus in French, pens is like singular, okay? I have one pen, one patalo. Okay. Anyway, which one do you prefer? I have two pens. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the black one or do you prefer the khaki? All right. Do you prefer the black or do you prefer the khaki? Give me the khaki. I like the khaki. Okay, which ones do you prefer? The reason I say one seal is because paints are plural. Okay, paints are plural. That's why I say which one. Okay, that's why I say ones. Now, which do you prefer? Which do you prefer? Working from home or working in the office? 100% I prefer working from home. Just get up from bed and go to my computer and sign up and do things. I don't have to get ready for shower. I don't have to get ready to make my breakfast. I don't have to make anything. So just from bed to work. And around 9, I can just go to the kitchen and make something. All right, make something for myself. All right, so which for identification. Remember, who for people to ask question about people, what to ask question about things, and which to for identification. Okay. Now we talking about whom. Whom is the object form of the word who, okay? Whom is the object form of who. You can use either one, but one is formal, the other one is informal. If you want to be formal, you want to use whom, okay? If you want to be informal, you just want to use who. Let's see. As I said, who is the object form of who. Who do you have in mind? So, okay, I asked you a question. I said, who? Someone did something. That's really good. Someone did something really good. And I asked you, who do you think? Who do you have in mind? Guess what? Guess who? Okay? Say, who do you have in mind? Whom have you in mind? That's the formal one. If I'm talking, I can just say that. But if I want to write it down on a paper or a note, that's the formal, that the proper way, that the formal, that's the formal way. Okay, that's the formal way to do it. Okay, whom have you in mind? The other one is just I was playing in the yard, and a couple friends came over and we were playing together. But my parents asked me, to whom were you playing? To whom were you playing? Or they can just say, who did you play with? You know, who did you play with? But the formal way is like, to whom were you playing? You get that? Okay, the last one is whose. Whose is the possessive form of the pronouns. Whose is the possessive form of the pronouns. Let's say whose is the possessive form of the pronoun. Let's say you have whose is that house? There's a house in the corner. It looks like, I don't know, whose is that house? I don't know who that house belongs to. I do not know. But I say, whose is that house? So somebody or someone possesses this house. Someone has this house. It belongs to someone, but I do not know who that someone is. And I say, whose is that house? Whose? Is it Mario's? Is it Sam's? Is it Martha's? No, I do not know. Whose is that house? Okay? And let's say Real Madrid and Barcelona are playing. Hey, Real Madrid and Barcelona are playing. And I asked my friend, whose side are you on? Are you for Real or are you for Barca? Whose side are you on? Whose side are you on?